What's up, YouTubers? This is gonna be my little video of my least favorite games to my favorite games. I'm gonna tell you about them, why they're my least and why they're my favorite, and recommend if you should get it or not, how many stars I give them. Alright, so first game, gonna get this out of the way. One that's my least favorite game would be Assassin's Creed 2. Or no, not Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 1. Well, see, I got this for 19 bucks at Walmart. I thought it was going to be a good game, and at first I got into it, and I was like, I was right. I made a good choice on this one. It is going to be a good game. But then I just stopped playing it because I started playing other funner games than that. So I didn't really get to complete the story, but what I played of it and all that, it's not really all that great. So out of 10 stars, I probably give it a 4.5 stars out of the action and all that. No, I would recommend it if you're into like big sword fighting games, and if you're just like pretty much bored, anything like that, you know, I would recommend it. But other than that, no, I would not recommend it because it's not a good game. Alright, so next game I got here, NBA Live 08. It could be fun occasionally. It just depends if it's just one of those days that you're in the mood for a sports game. I mean, especially for $3, it's not that bad. I mean, well, $3 used at GameStop, you can get that, which they're all guaranteed to work. Anyways, I've got pretty far on it. I mean, it's kind of fun. Online, I try to get online all the time and play people. It never works because nobody has this game no more, so nobody feels like playing it. So I do tournament mode and stuff like that and play. I'm pretty good actually. So I give this a good 5 out of 10 stars because it's alright, and I would recommend it if you're a big sports fan and if you like basketball. Next game be Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Fun game for a little bit, and then it goes down the drain. It's not fun after a while. I beat the DC Universe story. It gets to the point where it's so hard to defeat somebody that it just makes you want to take the controller and throw it at your TV and break it. But a thing I've noticed, if you keep failing after beating, if the opponent keeps beating you, they start getting easier for you to beat and all that. But Mortal Kombat, I mean, I'm an okay fan of that because I grew up pretty much with their games and all that because my brother had them, and it's pretty much the only game I would always play, and it was good. DC, I pretty much got into that ever since 2000, whenever my favorite show came on called Smallville, and that was pretty much about Superman 10 years, and it's growing up about how he got his powers and all that. So yeah, that's what made me get into DC, and then, well, that's pretty much what made me get into Superman. Batman was pretty much a Dark Knight and all that. Those movies are awesome. But anyways, I give this probably 5.5 stars out of 10, and I would recommend it if you're into one of those good fighting games and all that, because it could be a good fighting game. But I would not recommend it if you're just picking this up for something to play for hours and hours because you're bored, because storyline's not that long at all. But next game, Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition. Gold Edition is not really too much different. Well, it's not really different than the main one at all. It just has downloadable content on it, Lost in the Nightmare and Desperate Escape. And it has new online, well, it has an online mode. It's called Versus, which is very hard, and I can't never beat this. It's too hard for me. But the story of Resident Evil 5 is really, really good. It picks up where you're Chris Redfield, and he's in Africa, and he gets a partner named Sheva, and they go on an adventure to destroy zombies and stuff. and that's pretty much it. It's a zombie fighting game. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah. I liked it at first a whole lot. Like one time I rented it, and I ended up renting it like 3 times just to beat it. That's pretty much what it was like. But after that, I just kind of got bored. So the reason why I bought this was because we just got done seeing Resident Evil in 3D, and we were really in the mood for a game like the Resident Evil 5 game. So we went out and bought this at GameStop. So might as well. So I give it a 6 out of 10 stars, and I would recommend it if you're a big Resident Evil fan. And I would recommend it if you like fighting zombies and stuff, because it's a fun game. But I would not recommend it if you're just picking this up for just like a straight out all good action game and all that. I mean, it's really good action, but it's more of a shooter than it is action. So that's that. Next is Assassin's Creed 2. I liked it at first. Oh man, I traded a bunch of good games for this, which now I regret. I traded, let's see here, Brutal Legend, God of War 3, Fallout, Game of the Year Edition, and a couple of others for one game, Assassin's Creed 2. I mean, it was fun for a while, and then it just turns on you. You just get real bored of it after a while. And you're just like, after you play it for a little bit, it's pretty much the same thing as the first one, but just a little bit more free roaming and new characters and more weapons and more killing and more damaging, more climbing around stuff, more people you can kill, and you can hurt civilians, but you can't kill them, but you can knock them in water.
You're welcome.
Cool. And you can swim on here, so and something new, but it's just not really that good of a game. I just got tired of it. I put the controller down and never picked it up to play this game. But give it at least a good 6.25 of a score of a star. I would recommend it if you're an Assassin's Creed fan. I would recommend it if you're into a real long-lasting game and all that, because it's pretty long-lasting. But next game, Little Big Planet, Game of the Year Edition. Game of the Year Edition has downloadable content. Well, actually, it had all the downloadable content at the time that this came out, which was an animal pack, some Metal Gear pack, and historic theme pack, and that's pretty much all the Game of the Year Edition was. And it gives you something else. I can't remember what it was, but
a couple levels.
Yeah, the storyline of this was pretty good. It wasn't really too long, but it's fun if you have a friend playing with you. So it's kind of like one of those party games that's fun to play with friends. Online, there's over literally millions of custom-made levels by users all around the world, from Japan to China, from whoever has this wherever they live, and they create it, and